Hey everybody, it's been a long time since I've actually done a video like this, just me talking. Actually, it's been a while since I've actually put anything on my channel, but I just wanted to reach out to all the subscribers. I've got a few things that I really want to talk about today, but first and foremost, and the most important thing that I have today to talk about is there's a situation with some very, very dear friends of mine that are in Mexico. Some of you may or may not know them. It's Charlie Freak and Colleen from the Freak Sense family, or also you might know them from the Shy Animal Rescue Sanctuary in Mexico. I've actually followed them and been supporters of the animal shelter for quite some time, for a number of years now, and they're very dear friends of mine that I've come to know personally. Now, I'm not talking out of turn because it's not something that Charlie hasn't already put out there in the public domain. You can actually see his testimony of what's just taken place over there on their YouTube channel. I think the original channel was Freak Sense TV, which was taken down. Then they started Freak Sense Truth-O-Vision. That's FREQKSENSE. Truth-O-Vision is spelled TRUTHAVISION. That's on YouTube. And their most recent one, because that's had a few strikes, one or two strikes, I think. Their most recent YouTube channel is Christ Consciousness. Christ spelt QRST, all uppercase. Consciousness, uppercase C, and then the rest is lowercase ONSCIOUSNESS. I won't put links down below because I don't want this video flagged and taken down, because I want this message to get out there. So you're just going to have to search yourselves online. You can also go actually to the website, which is www.afreaksenseworld, or one word, FREAKSENSEWORLD.com. You can join, it's free membership, and you then have access to all of Charlie and Colleen's work as well as other members' work there. So anyway, getting on to what's actually happened now. Charlie and Colleen's daughter Shani lives near them on an adjoining property, and she has a little beautiful little boy who's not quite 2. His name is Dante. Now they're in the middle of a court order and a custody case for Dante. At the moment, she's been granted temporary full custody of Dante, and there is a court proceedings pending for her to get actual full custody. Her ex-husband has only seen the child a handful of times. In the last couple of days, I think it happened 2 or 3 days ago, just to cut a long story short, the ex came with a gang of people, actually physically cut down her door. She had called Charlie and Colleen as they were doing that, so they went over to the property. There was police there, which they were hoping were there to help, but they actually have obviously been paid off, and they were there for the ex. They held Charlie in a headlock while the ex physically assaulted Shani, threw her, punched her so she hit the ground, grabbed the child off her, and absconded with him, taking him to a getaway car that was running, and then they took off. And so poor little Dante, he doesn't really know his father. He doesn't know his father's family. He's still being breastfed. He still needs to be fed to go to sleep at night. It's just insane what's happened. Absolutely insane. Now, they did have a lawyer. They found out that he had been paid off. As you all know, the judicial system is pretty much corrupt in most countries, but it seems to be outwardly rife in Mexico. So they have now got another lawyer, and they are working, I think at the moment as we speak, they're working with a judge and a lawyer to try and they're doing a manhunt and to try and get Dante back. He's actually been kidnapped. It's actually kidnapping. But what I'm wanting to do is to raise some funds for them to help with their legal fees, legal proceedings, because they do so much for the community and they don't ask for anything other than people's thoughts and prayers. But I'm putting the call out there because they do so much for everybody else, and because they are so giving. I mean, they look after, I don't know how many animals it is now, it'd have to be in the 50s or 60s, with dogs, cats, they've had possums, horses, goats, they've got a pig, just, cats and dogs and birds, and just so many animals that they have rescued and helped. And some of them they've managed to rehome, the rest they've opened up their home for these animals. And they put in endless hours to help teach esoteric knowledge to people, and helping to raise people's vibration, helping to get people into the right way of living with diet and thoughts and deeds and actions, with breathing and meditations, and just so much information that they give for free. So I'm actually asking everybody in my subscribers on my channel here to please give, even if it's just a little. If you can't give monetarily, I understand. I know times are tough, and a lot of people in the current situation have lost jobs and houses and whatnot. So if you can't give monetarily, please just send prayers to Charlie, Colleen, and particularly to Shaney and Dante. I can not imagine what they must be going through. They have such faith in God, and that know that this is all going to work out, but they also need our prayers. And I would really like to extend everybody, that invitation for everybody to give them prayers. But if you can donate, even just $1 or $5 or $10, whatever you can donate, please, to Colleen's PayPal. It's just Colleen, COLLEN, Kylo, which is KYLLO. So I'll say that again. Colleen's PayPal account is COLLEN, KYLLO. So please, if you can find it in your heart to send, any amount would help. As I say, they have not asked me to do this. They have not asked for money. So please don't go to their YouTube or their website and say that they are, trying to get money out of people. They have not asked for this. This is totally coming from me. As I say, I've supported them, and they have also supported me in the last few years. And I just want to try and get Dante home safely. And it's going to take some money and resources to be able to do this. So if you can find it in your heart, please give as little or as much as you can. And also send prayers, no matter whether you give monetarily or not. Please, could you send prayers? Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is about protection. Now, because of the current state of affairs with the world, and because we are in a war, it's not just a physical war, it's a spiritual war. As the light is getting brighter, and as mankind is raising its consciousness, and we're coming into this great awakening, obviously the darkness is in its death throes, so it's throwing everything it can at us in its last-ditch effort to maintain control. This is happening on the world stage, as we can all see and feel in our own lives, and also throughout the whole world with the current situation. But also individually, people are feeling it. Just like what's happened at the moment with Dante, that sort of thing, and other people of having similar things happen in their lives, or they're losing loved ones through death, or through just not getting on anymore because of the great divide that's happening, or losing jobs because they're choosing sovereignty over statism and things like that. So there is this real battle going on, and it is also happening on a etheric level. Now, I have always been very sensitive to energies around me, and I've often had presence in and around my home, and for the most part they've always been benevolent, especially since my mum passed away in 2012 and then my dad most recently in 2020. I have felt them around. I've felt other presence around. I know and have connected with guides and the angelic realm and things like that, and even the nature spirits and things like that. But just recently, in the last couple of weeks, we've had a bit of poltergeist type activity with lights turning on and off, things being sort of thrown or dropped, or flying off a shelf, things like that. My daughter and I have also had sleep paralysis, and we've also had dark cloaked entities in our bedrooms, particularly with regards to the sleep paralysis. But my experience, I wasn't even in sleep paralysis. I wasn't even asleep, and I had this dark figure upon me. So we've amped up our protection. So if anyone else is having any of this happen, it's not because you're a bad person or you're dabbling into things you shouldn't. It's happening to everybody. And it seems to be the ones that have got the brightest lights seem to attract all the moths, so to speak. So we need to really up our protection. So I'm just going to share with you what I've been doing. Now, this is black tourmaline. I got it at the farmers markets recently. We've got a farmers and crafts markets near us on Sundays. So I picked up some pieces of black tourmaline. Now, that's very good for protection, particularly psychic protection and protection from negative energies and entities. So I've put a piece, what I do when I get them actually is I sage them first to cleanse them, and then I put them out in the sunlight or underneath my meditation pyramid to charge them, and then I program them. I hold them in my hands and I hold them close to my heart or against my heart, and then I just either out loud or in my head, I program them and thank them and give them directions as to what they're going to do, or thanking them for their protection or their healing energies, or whatever it is that I'm wanting to do when working with these crystals. So this is black tourmaline. So I've put 4 pieces, one on each of the 4 corners of my property, and I've also now started to dot them around the house. So, and they're not very expensive. These little pieces here were they're about, I don't know, an inch and a quarter. I don't normally work with inches, I work with centimetres, but for those of you in the UK and the United States, these were $5 each, I think, or $4 each or something, so they're not terribly expensive. So that's black tourmaline. I also have shungite pyramids dotted around the house, and I also wear a this has actually been charged in a rife machine, a shungite pendant. So I've got this is amber, I think this one is. That's good for healing. And I also have rose quartz, which is great for the heart center, and invoking love, the essence of love and the vibration of love throughout the home and throughout yourself. And this is amethyst, which is a connection to the divine. So they're just a few of the crystals that I have. I've got many, many crystals, but they're just a few that I have. Also, what we did was we saged the whole house. This is a brand new one. I haven't started it yet, but yesterday my daughter went through the whole house and finished off the last sage stick we had. So you just light it, wait for it to start smoking, and then you just go, I usually go in a clockwise direction, and you just go through your house. It's all about intent. There's no specific way to do it. There's no right or wrong way, but generally you would just go into each room, into all the four corners as much as you can, and all the way around the room. As much as you can in the clockwise direction, but again, it doesn't matter. It's just about intent. And maybe you can just say, you know, I'm clearing this space of any and all negative energies and entities, and just cleansing this area and purifying it. Whatever comes to your mind, just something along those lines, and just go through your whole house. You can even go outside, around your property, around the outside of your house. Also, it's good to, if you don't have sage or have access to it, you can do the same with incense sticks, or you can just burn incense sticks as well. I also have candles. This one's actually just gone out, but I often have little candles burning, particularly at night now. I've had a little tea light candle burning in my bedroom at night, just so there's a little glow in the room and I'm not in complete darkness. Getting back to the crystals, this is selenite too, and selenite is a really good charger. You never really have to recharge selenite. It remains charged. So you can, if you've got crystal bangles like I have here, you can actually put them on the selenite to charge them, or you can have this in your meditation pyramid or meditation circle to help connect you to the divine. Salt is another water off of evil entities and spirits as well. So we just poured about a tablespoon worth of salt into a little saucer, and we popped one in each of our bedrooms. And you can put them around the house as well, but we've actually felt since yesterday, after we did the full house saging again, that the energy has lifted. Also, it's good to do sound as well. Sound tends to raise the vibration, and also I think the darker energies don't tend to like sound, so you can use singing bowls, or you can use tuning forks. So I often use those when I'm doing my healings, when I'm doing even my massage. I do massage therapy, so I often use these when I'm working with clients, and I do it before my meditations in my meditation pyramid. So they're very good for clearing the air as well. Actually, Mark Atwood on YouTube, Mark Atwood I think it is, Adventures in a Cosmic Suit, he and also JCK, they use these quite a bit. So that's all about that. So yeah, it's just about raising your vibration and keeping it high, and not keep dipping back into the fear, which I have been on a roller coaster. I've been up and down. We've had lots of things happen, as everyone has in our lives in the last couple of years, and it's been difficult to stay on a high vibration all the time, but as much as we can, we really need to, because that's the only thing that's going to get us out of this. Also, you can do the declaration of sovereignty. I may leave a link in the bottom in the description, but I may not, I'm not sure yet, but you can find it on my channel. If you just scroll through my previous videos, I do a declaration of sovereignty. That's a releasing and a decree that you're releasing all attachments, previous contracts, pretty much everything. It covers everything, and it is just you declaring to God and to your higher, through your higher self, and you're declaring out into the world that you are taking back your sovereignty, and you're cutting all the ties and all the bonds and bounds and contracts, and shedding all the negativity of the past. So that's a really good one as well, to help raise your vibration and to stand in your power. Okay, lastly, I want to talk about Mark Devlin's books. Now, some of you may also know of Mark Devlin. You can find him on YouTube at just Mark Devlin YouTube channel. He's also got a website, www.djmarkdevlin.com, all one word, DJMarkDevlin.com. Mark's got some great material as well. Now, he was actually supposed to come out to Australia to do his tour for his novel that he wrote a couple of years ago called The Cause and the Cure. That's coming up like it's back to front in the camera, but hopefully you can see that the right way. I don't know. But anyway, it's The Cause and the Cure. 2 days before he was due to come out, I was actually helping him with his Brisbane leg of his tour, and he was actually going to be staying here with me and my family. 2 days before he was due to fly out was when the you-know-what hit, and he was unable to fly out to Australia. So, and we don't know when he'll ever be able to get out here at this stage, but who knows. Hopefully the tides are turning, and in the foreseeable future, he might be able to come out to promote his most recent book. But anyway, so hence I had a stack of his books here for when he was to come out. So I've now become his unofficial Australian book distributor. So if anyone in Australia or even New Zealand, but particularly Australia, if you want to save on shipping, I actually have Mark's books here. So you can contact me at my email, which is a_McLeod, which is MCLEOD, 7 as in the number 7, at hotmail.com. So that's a_McLeod 7 at hotmail.com. So if you contact me on my email, just in the title put Mark Devlin Books or Mark's Books, and I actually have them here, so I can get them out to you anywhere within Australia. The postage is only $12.95 Australian dollars, so it's much cheaper to get the books out here than it is for Mark to send them. So I have copies of his original Musical Truth, that's volume 1, and then I have Musical Truth volume 2, and this is his latest, just released recently, Musical Truth volume 3. I haven't read this one yet, but I'm so excited to start that as soon as I can. And of course, like I said, I've also got his first novel that he released in 2019. And then he was coming out to tour it in 2020, The Cause and the Cure. Loosely based on real life events, but it's actually been made into a novel. Okay, so that's about it for now. So yeah, getting back to the main reason I'm doing this, please send prayers for Dante, and if you can, help in the legal fundraiser that I'm wanting to get going for them. Like I said, please don't go to Charlie and say anything negative about them wanting to raise money. They have not asked me to do this. I can absolutely, unequivocally declare to you that this is all my doing, wanting to help them. And I don't want praise or credit for it. I'm not saying it for that reason. I'm just saying they've helped so many people, and I really want them to have help, and I really want Dante to be returned home as soon as possible. And they need funds, they need resources. Unfortunately, in this world, the way it is at the moment, we do need money and to be able to operate and do these things. All right, so that's about it for now from me, guys. So like I said, don't forget to check out the Declaration of Sovereignty. I've also got a couple of meditations on my channel. So if you want to scroll through some of my previous videos, you'll find them. I'm also going to be doing a meditation for the 2nd of the 2nd. Mark Devlin has put the word out. He's been putting out for the last few months about these meditations on specific dates, like last year, the 11th of the 11th, the 12th of the 12th, the 1st of the 1st. And so next month in February, we're going to be doing one on the 2nd of the 2nd. So I'm actually going to do a guided meditation and pop it up on the channel here. So anyone that doesn't know how to, or doesn't want to just sit and do their own meditation, they can put that on and have that as the guided meditation for the 2nd of the 2nd, 2022. Okay, that's it for now, guys. Thanks so much, and yeah, Love and blessings to you all. Ciao.